Hey guys, it's Rick here with Gateway to Airguns and AirgunWeb. We're going to have some fun today. We are at the range and this is just a gorgeous day. The last couple of days have been cold and windy and today is chilly, but like the wind has really died down. We had a little bit of push in right to left, but it's gorgeous. So we've got some cool guns to shoot though today, guys. I've got the Evanix Viper X. We've looked at this a while ago, but I think it's time to take another look. Let's get started. All right, so what are we doing today? Look, the market of reasonably powered / high-powered semi-automatic PCP pistols, yeah, it used to be like nothing. Now we've got options. So we've got a couple options here on the table. And Evanix is, gosh, I've worked with Evanix for years and years. I love their products, and we're going to talk about a couple of their guns today. I'm not going to try and convince you that this one's better than that one and that one's better than the other one. The reality is, variety is a good thing, and there's some features that the Evanix products bring to the table that's different than other guns. There's some other guns that have different features than these, and if the features fit you, awesome. So I don't want to get into a discussion of this one's better than that one. It's subjective, very, very subjective. So we're going to talk about what Evanix does bring to the table, why I like what they're making here, and yeah, we're going to put some pellets on target and probably hit some steel targets too. So back a while ago, they were like one of the first guys that had like a semi-automatic PCP. They were one of the first guys that came out with like a full-on semi-automatic PCP rifle. They adapted that to the pistol. Now this is the original Evanix Viper. They come out with a Viper X, which here is the Viper X, and it is much smaller, right? So the whole idea was a small design so that it was not so unwieldy. It wasn't this big, huge, unwieldy thing. It's relatively small. This one, I don't have the moderator on it. We're going to shoot it with and without, see if it makes a difference today. But this is basically a smaller version of the Viper. Some of the big differences are the Viper has the weaver slots at the top. This has a dovetail. Now, in order for me to put this scope on, I had to remove the rear sight. Not a big deal. Put a little baggie. If you want to put the sight back on, you can. It does have just some generic open sights, not adjustable, so we're talking definitely Kentucky windage there, right? So I put the Hawk optic on here. That's what we're going to use for our shooting today. So fills to 250 bar. It's got a very cool air chamber system, so there's air stored here in the shroud and air in the little cylinder here. It's got a it's got a Foster quick disconnect at the bottom, and it's got a gauge here on the side. Over here on the side is your safety switch. There's safe, there's fire. If you notice the bolt is open here, this fires from the open bolt design. So if I wanted to put this on safe and make sure it could not fire, I can decock the gun. And now you've got the bolt there. If that bolt's closed, gun can't fire. To cock it, pull back. Now the gun's hot, ready to roll. The other thing that you have here is you have a hammer spring adjuster back here. Now, I like to tune my guns for shot count and consistency, not just power. If you wanted this like max power, screw this all the way in until as far as you can go, and it's going to have power, less. So it's going to start real high and then work its way down. I like a curve, personally, so I'm trying to remember what I set this to, but I think this should give us a relatively decent curve. We've got our True Ballistics Crony here. We're going to find out. Hopefully everything registers well. But that's it. It does come with 2 magazines, so you have 2 basic mags as well as a double mag. That's cool. Comes with a moderator as well. So we're going to shoot this. We're going to have fun with it. We're going to save, maybe go back to this bad boy later. In fact, I want to get this rigged up as a carbine again. I have the 30 cal rigged up as a carbine. Pretty cool. This is 22. This is 25, and the big Viper can come out in 30 cal. I hear rumors he's trying to work this into the 30 cal too. That's a lot of pellet for such a very, very small gun. I think it's very cool feeling. It's lightweight. It's very manageable. I really like what they got going on here. Now, it's not regulated, so Yeah, I would say just take that into consideration. If you want something that's regulated, this is not it. But I will tell you that the simplicity and the maintenance with what Evanix builds here is super nice. So very modular, very easy to work on. So if you want to maintain your own stuff without a lot of complexity, that's one of the real selling points for me with Evanix. All right, let's go and do some shooting. I've got a 7-shot mag loaded up. One of the things that you'll want to keep track of, especially if I'm running on a lower hammer spring setting, if you overfill the gun, it will cause it to valve lock. If you shoot too much, like you shoot too far, it'll cause it to hammer bounce. So you want to stay within a usable range. It's 250 bar down to 150 bar. So you get that range. If you shoot below 150, it'll bounce. Kind of like if you've ever shot CO2, you get like a burp when the gun gets low in CO2. Because what's happening is it's trying to get that hammer back and lock on the sear. When there's not enough air to do that, it'll bounce. So make sure you're shooting within the correct fill pressure. And again, if you've messed with the hammer spring, do pay attention to, you don't want to overfill it because it'll valve lock on the upper side too. Okay, let's go ahead and take some shots here. I'm going to aim. There it is. We'll put the dot on the red dot and let's see how she does. Fire. Here it is. Okay, 1, 2.
424. 409. 413. 417. 421.
How many shots is that? 6 shots, okay. Okay.
422.
Okay, so we're going to get some shots out of that setting. I think it would be worth showing you guys what it's like with the hammer spring turned all the way up. So let me do this. Let's do another 7 shots here. We should get, I say should, I'm guessing. Let's see if we get like 3 mags. I know we're going to get 2 mags, but let's see if we get 3. And then we'll just leave that target up. And we will switch out and try and go for like max power and see the difference.
$417. 428. 444. 438. 437. 441.
Okay.
423.
Okay, now we're on the downswing. Okay, so it definitely did better, a little bit faster. It grouped better. We got a much tighter group on that. Let's see, we're going to go for another 7 shots here. And then we'll top it off. And I may go ahead and swap the target because that last set of shots was actually pretty good. A little left to center, but pretty good. Let's see how quickly it drops now. Well, we topped out at, actually, we're at a 14 shots. Our spread's only 44 feet per second, which is not terrible in an unregulated pistol. There's no air volume here, guys. It's actually pretty well balanced. Okay, let's see. View shots. We're 8 foot-pounds topped out at. That was 444. Let's see. I think more realistic would be somewhere like 820. Okay, let's do another bunch of shots here.
400.
Wow, yeah, that really picked up.
479.
It definitely likes faster.
461. 483. 492.
Ooh, she's getting louder too. All right. All right.
7.
I'll play with that. One more shot here.
500.
That's better than I thought, guys. I was not expecting to get that many shots, but with that hammer spring, or that with that hammer spring setting, that's not bad. We'll turn it up here in a second. And we're going to just, basically when we turn it up, we're going to start higher instead of climbing to it. Okay. Now our extreme spread's pretty dramatic. It's over 100 foot per second now because we finally kind of hit our stride. All right. Well, I'm in uncharted territories here going with the 4th mag, but let's see. If it burps, we'll know. We'll check our pressure.
511. 499. 500. 498. 495. 485.
Okay. All right, we're definitely on the downswing now. Do we dare go? I'm out of pellets. No! Okay. Failed. Went for the bucket, missed. All right. Brand new tin of pellets. Okay, so that is doing better than I thought for shot count. Now, I know it's a huge spread, right? So we've got a huge spread, and you're thinking, wow, that spread's just completely unusable. Well, depends. I mean, if you're shooting at 13 and some change yards, it's not changing the point of impact really, right? So you can certainly use it for target practice, which is where I think this gun really thrives. Target practice and trigger control. The trigger is decent, but it's not like a match trigger. So if you want to get like some practice on proper trigger control where you're not pushing or pulling your shots, because if you've ever done like proper pistol training, triggers everything, right? Because just that little twitch that either you're pushing or you're pulling, and it makes a difference of either hitting your target or not. This can really help with that because it's a nice trigger, but it's not like super light. So it can definitely be a help that way. All right, let's get set up here. All right, we're definitely in the downswing. Let's see if we get another mag or if we run out of air. Again, if it burps, not a big deal. It just means it didn't have enough air to reset the hammer on the sear. We'll stop, unload it, fill it up. We'll get back to work. Okay, here we go. I pulled that one.
486. 481. 477. 475. 460. 454. 447.
All right, I'm going to stop. I don't want to cause this to burp or have any malfunctions that way. So I'm going to stop. But that is, I'm normally getting maybe 3 mags. We've gotten 5 mags out of this. That is impressive. What I'm going to ask my buddy Micah to do is go swap that target. I'm going to screw this hammer spring all the way in flush because that's how it comes to the factory. We'll top this off, screw the hammer spring in. We're going to do another test and see where that puts us. Then we're going to throw the moderator on it and see if you guys can hear the difference in the sound. I know we'll hear the difference here, but we'll see if you guys can pick it up on camera. So Micah, would you grab another target, swap that? I'm going to fill this gun up, and we're going to do another test here. All right, so I've got the hammer spring flush with the back of the gun. That's how it ships. Let's see what the difference is. So we've got 35 shots last time, from like 400 and some change to over 500 and some change foot per second. So big swing. But again, at 10, 15 yards, that's not going to matter. So if you're shooting this in your basement or you're shooting this in your backyard and you're just getting in some trigger control practice with something that's lightweight, more like your carry weapon would be, this is awesome for that, right? Okay, let's get our Cody back on here. Timed out on me. So that's ready to go too. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and cock it. Definitely a big difference on the hammer spring just cocking the gun. All right, let's see where we're gonna be velocity wise. Again, excuse me, hammer springs all the way in, full gun. Let's see where we're at.
$568.
Big difference. Let's see if it climbs at all. Ooh, I'm pulling.
583.
Yep.
583. 589. 574. 574.
Okay.
573.
Extreme spread is only 21 feet per second, and we are looking at now pushing 13 foot-pounds. All right, so that's a big difference. That's just the hammer spring. So all the way in, very consistent. Group was really good too. Now, definitely a different point of impact. So if you're going to shoot it there, you'd want to change your scope. Let's drop another mag on. We're already on the downswing though. Let's see what we get now. There's a little bird, little finch bouncing around my target. He does not know. Now he's like on the target. You've got to be kidding me. Literally, I have a steel target. He's literally on the target. Now he's on the other target. Okay. That is just, okay. Brave or stupid, I don't know which. But since I like little birds, we're not going to touch him. We're going to let him be a little bird for a little longer. Here we go. And he's now, don't get on my camera. He's on the stinking brat. Okay. Here we go.
572. 562. 559. 552. 550. 539.
Okay.
530.
Okay, so we're definitely on the downswing. We started at 568. We're ending here at 530. So 2 mags. That's about all you're going to get on that setting. But if that's what you want, if you want more power than shot count, well, just turn it up. You can do that. I'm going to go ahead and split the difference, back this out a little bit, not all the way, and then put the moderator on and let's see how she does. Or should we? This is about as loud as it gets. You guys want me to shoot it like this with the moderator? I've got head nods, so we're going to do that rather. I know it's been a long video. Thanks for hanging out with us for the whole time. We're going to go ahead and shoot another target with the moderator on full power. Then I'm going to drop the hammer spring down and we'll shoot some steel targets just to show you guys what you can do if you want to do that kind of shooting. So I'll go fill this up. I'll be right back. Now let's shoot it with the moderator. Now that moderator definitely changes the balance of the gun, so it's more front heavy now, but it's not too bad. Here we go. Let's see if it changes the point of impact too. All right, first shot.
500.
That is way quieter.
589. 596. 582. 586. 578. 575.
I don't know about you guys. I got the folks here watching. I was asked for some head nods. What do you think of that? Better? Thumbs up and head nods, so that's cool. Yeah, Micah and Sue here helping me out today, so you guys can thank them in the comments. Oh, I pulled it. Son of a gun.
575. 560. 559. 557. 546. 538.
One more to go? Yeah. Okay.
525.
All right, big swing, but as you can see, again, if you're shooting this close, the spread doesn't matter, right? So would a regulated version be nice? Okay, it would be, I guess. Would it matter? Not this close, really. So you don't have the complexity of having to maintain a reg. You just have a few O-rings. That's it. So the idea that you have something super simple, easy to work on, very effective, wonderfully accurate. I don't know about you, but I think that's perfectly fine. Just really, really fun. And yeah, I'm like thrilled. And I love the moderator on there because that was much quieter. I don't know if you guys could tell the difference. Let me know in the comments.
72. 62. 59. 52. 39.
Okay.
96. 8.
But now we're going to top this off. I'm going to ask Micah to move that stand out of the way, that target, and we're going to back the camera up. We're going to have 3 of those Air Venturi cowboy action targets, and we're going to pummel them with some pellets. I want to back the hammer spring out a little bit so I get a few more shots. And I'm not even going to try and run the crony because I'm going to do some rapid fire. That's going to be our last test for the day. So guys, do your thing. I'm going to fill this up. We'll be right back. So I am just going to see bang, 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 bang. I want to try and put 2 pellets on each target as quickly as I can. And this is where something like this is really handy. So you can also do this with CO2 guns and whatnot, but the idea that you have PCP, a PCP powered gun, and that you can keep banging away is pretty cool. Now, I've also got the double mag in it now, so what I'm going to do is fire, and then 2 shots, 2 shots, 1 shot, or 2 shots, 2 shots, 2 shots, and then I'll switch over and I'll do 2 more. It still leaves me, I mean, there's 7-shot mags, not 6, but you guys get the idea. We'll kick it over so we can just keep rolling to see how it does. And let's see if I can do my part. We know it's accurate enough. Let's see if I can do my end. Now, on the hammer spring, I've backed it out 3.5 turns. Maybe 3 turns would be better, but we're going to roll with this because that's the way I've got it right now. So here we go. It is on fire. We are ready to roll. And
462. 500.
okay.
1.
So
537.
we got 3 shots. As you guys can see, that's the kind of stuff you can do with a product like this. Rapid fire. You can swap the mag out. If you're into the cowboy action stuff and you like steel targets, you certainly get some just good like target acquisition, trigger control stuff going on. That's what this lets you do. And because it's PCP, you just go top it off with your little compressor. We've got that new JTS compressor and it works really, really well. Now, this has been a really long video. So thank you guys for your patience. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've put this guy through the works today, right? So we shot it low power, we shot it high power, we shot it medium power, we shot it slowly, we shot it fast. And guess what? She just keeps rolling. This is a really fun gun. Very, very reliable. Just stay within that pressure range, and you're going to have a lot of fun with this air gun. We'll say a huge thank you to Evanix for helping us out with this. They are a huge sponsor for AirgunWeb, and also they help out here with GTA. Again, I want to say thank you to all of our sponsors here at the GTA. I want to say thank you to our Patreon members, our Officers Club members, and of course you guys that are watching this. This has been a very long video. If you've made it all the way to the end here, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. That's going to be it for now. My name's Rick here with GTA and AirgunWeb. Thanks for watching.